The kids said they were stalked by Sasquatch last night. Either that or a grizzly bear or a moose in Alabama. So what's up, everybody? This is Brian over here at the Little Orchard Farm, and I want to welcome you to today's video. We've got some really cool things planned for this weekend. One of which is to jump back on the porch. If you recall last video, and if you missed it, I'll post it up here in the top for you to go back after this one and take a look at it. We got the front of the porch decked. We've got to now come over here and get this side decked and then the back decked. But we got a few other things planned that we're going to try to throw in there for the weekend. And so, yeah, let's get busy doing this. One of the things that I wanted to follow up on the update, briefly mentioned it in last week's video, but as you recall, we kind of tore the bush hog up. Used the wrong size blades, but the company that we purchased the bush hog from, Brown's Equipment in Loretta, Tennessee, phenomenal people to work with, and they agreed to take on the responsibility of, as they put it, making it right. I made it very clear to them that I didn't think that it was 100% either's fault. Obviously, they sent me the wrong blades. I didn't lay them up against each other to check it, and they said, nope, we're going to make it right. And so kudos to Brown's Equipment in Loretta, Tennessee, for getting me a new bush hog, which should be coming out probably. I don't think it's going to make it this weekend, simply because I worked the deal yesterday, but possibly next weekend they're going to get out here and get that done. So big kudos to them. But Karen actually did get out. I put the old blades back on. She did a little bit of bush hogging last night, and she may be able to get a little bit more done today, maybe if we take a little break or something from the porch. But the other thing that's kind of going on the farm this weekend is way back over yonder. My daughter is camping out for her 20th birthday with some friends. And so I don't know if they survived last night or not. It's early in the morning. What's that? Hope the coyotes didn't get them. I don't think the coyotes got them, but it was a great night to camp out. It was a beautiful night to camp out. Great. Nice temperature. I think it got into the 50s, so it wasn't too cold, wasn't too hot. We're gonna get busy on this side of the porch, and so let's knock it out. Of course, we leave these first two runs empty or not placed down, so that when the permanent posts come, we can set them on the inside of the frame and cut around it, cut our 5/4 boards around it. So the way we're going to start this run this morning is we're going to start where we left off, which is here on the corner, and we're going to run it down the side. But if we make this 45 cut first, I think it'll make it really nice and tight. and I won't be trying to fit it in. So what makes the decking of a porch so, I think, challenging is, number one, none of these boards are, there are a variety of widths to these boards, and they could be a 1/4 inch off. And a great example is right here. So this was tight all the way up. This is a little loose, and so there's an actual gap that gets created because this one is not as wide as this one. So I'm trying to stay tight to the inside. And so what happens is it creates a little gap. And then of course we push it back together. And then of course we're cutting each one so that they don't fall on the same joist, which is really nice. It definitely adds a nice new look, or adds a nice look to it. But not only, believe it or not, we're running into some of them that are even different thicknesses, which really makes it tricky. And it's really only like an 1/8 of an inch, but you can tell. And so as we're working through this, we're trying to keep it the same thickness and the same width. If you don't have the same width and you're having to push it in, then what happens is when you get over here to this last one against the wall, you end up with a very noticeable rip cut where it's thick on one end and thin on the other, right? Or vice versa. Yeah, so how was the camping experience?
It was fun. We had a hard time with fire, but that was about it.
You couldn't get this fire started?
Well, it was started, but then pods let it go out. And so we had to restart it, and that was a joke.
Did y'all use the larger lumber?
Yeah, we came over here and I took about 3 of them, but we went back over there and we couldn't get us back started, and then I went looking through stuff because I was like, maybe we have that lamp oil that could help, maybe. And then I found a fire starter. I was like,
the whole time I was like, what? It's your fault because you let it go out. We don't have another starter lock. And she goes, yeah, we do right here. And I said,
we have 2 more.
But you were having them, or it only takes like a 1/4. Doesn't take all of them.
Well, we know that next time.
Yeah. We don't have anything to cut it with. Well, yeah, we do though.
Yeah, you got a.
No, we got that big knife now.
You got the, well, you had the hatchet up there. You had
now we got that big knife. There was something stalking us last night. I want you to know that. We were sitting in the Enos and the boys were sitting on the chairs. And I started hearing something and I was like, no.
Your mind was playing tricks on you?
And no, it wasn't.
We all heard it.
No way, we all heard it. And the boys got up and started walking to it. That's what I said. But they were like, you would have heard it running when we like made noises. It just kept getting closer to us. And I was like, y'all.
Well, no, that could have been armadillo.
No, it sounded heavy though. Like it sounded big.
I mean, it was rustling the grass. That's what it sounded like. It kind of sounded like a person was walking.
Yeah, that could be an armadillo. It could be a raccoon. It could have been.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, it's maybe like a skunk or a raccoon or something.
It wasn't Sasquatch.
We were thinking I thought it was a deer. The boys were like, maybe it's a coyote.
Right. If a deer it could have been coyotes, but if a deer, the coyotes typically are like deer. As soon as they hear you, they want to kind of get away from you.
Yeah.
But Pods was like, no, if they travel in the pack, they're going to stalk you and then come get you. And I was like, and they were like, do you guys have the meat in the tent? I was like, no, y'all have meat in your tent. And he was like, oh, we're screwed.
You're in trouble.
For you, not us.
So did y'all eat breakfast this morning?
The boys aren't even awake.
Oh, no one's awake yet?
Ella and I got up and we sat up, I don't know how to, there's not a way we can get that fire big enough to cook.
Why?
Unless you help.
Then,
does this have a reverse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what R is. The kids said they were stalked by Sasquatch last night. Either that or a grizzly bear or of moose in Alabama. So we'll flip off the generator and we'll go up and help them start a fire. This ought to be interesting. These are the cheap matches.
And there's fire.
Potts, how do you feel?
So the thing will be to try to keep it fed, of course. Did y'all, was it too warm, too cold? How was it? Seemed like it was pretty comfortable.
We were cold last night.
Were you cold?
She wouldn't cuddle with me, so I got cold.
She wouldn't cuddle.
It's true.
All right.
I got cold once and then I never get cold.
All right, ease it down in there. Here, I'll take it. Did y'all bring any salt or pepper?
Nope.
It'll be a little bland, but you'll be all right.
Make sure the dog doesn't get into it. Do you have any bacon?
Yeah, I ate it.
All right. Took us a small break to go over and help the kids make breakfast. It's time to get back on it. Ready? How we right there?
Push a little.
All right, let's see if this one, let's see how this one fits. I like it. Now that's how you fit a piece of wood. All right, so we've got one more piece left to do, and we're going to be done with this side. And it looks like it's starting to cloud up, so I'm not sure if Karen's going to get any bush hogging in. I sure would like for her to get some. I mean, we got stuff disappearing over here. So let's see if we can get this last piece knocked out, and then we'll move on to something else. That's how you fit a piece of wood right there. That's tight.
You want that nutter butter, you get to go out and get it now.
Well, we thought we'd take a little break while the rain passes through. And of course, when you take a break, it's always got to be a jerky break. Honey barbecue. It was good. What kind did you get? Teriyaki. All right, guys. I want to thank you for joining us for another week out here. We had some other activities we wanted to do, but it kind of got a little wet on us, and that's okay. That's okay, because sometimes you need to slow down and enjoy what God is doing. And we know that this rain is going to make our fields nice and green and burst with color. As you can see, the yellow, the pinks. This is really looking great. So, hey, we hope you guys have a wonderful week. Hope you have a safe week and a blessed week. And until we see you the next time, we will see ya.